What's going on, everybody? My name's Caleb and this is Back Alley Garage. So today we're going to be finishing up the other side of the front brakes, and then we're going to move on to the rear brakes. I'm going to walk you guys through doing that. Then I also have the master cylinder to put in and the brake booster. So we're going to go ahead and time lapse this, and then I'll be back on the back brakes. Alrighty, you guys, so now that that front brake is done, I'm going to go ahead and pop this tire off, and I'll be right back once I get this off. Alrighty, you guys, so I went to loosen our adjuster, which is right down here, and it ended up breaking the back tab off. So this adjuster is fairly frozen up, so I won't be able to put these brakes back together on this rear corner until I get a new adjuster. But for now, I'll at least get this side stripped down and ready for all the new brake parts, and then we'll go from there. So what I'm going to do right now is, since I'm not reusing anything back here, I'm going to go ahead and just pop our shoes right out of there. There's that side. Should just pop right off now. And then I'm going to do the same over to this side because everything's a little bit frozen on this back end. So there we go. Actually, this side you have to take off the springs first. That was bad. Alright, you guys, so I got the shoes off, and now I got all my springs out, so now I'm going to go ahead and pull out the wheel cylinder, and I am just going to disable our parking brake. I'm going to take the cable out, because I will not be needing it. This truck will always be kept here in the garage on level ground for almost its entire life, and I mean, it'll go here and there sometimes, but I won't be using it. If I really park on an incline, I can always leave it in gear. So for simplicity reasons, I'm just going to go ahead and take it out. So I will be back once I get rid of our e-brake cable and our wheel cylinder. Alrighty, you guys, we got our wheel cylinder off here. Here's our old wheel cylinder. It's held on with 4 bolts versus the front one, which was held on with only 1 bolt. So then I'm going to try to hunt down a new one of these also, because if you see on this one, the bleeder screw is broken off, and I don't have another one of these pieces, so I'm going to try and see if I can hunt one down. I'm in a few Facebook groups for the Datsun 620s and 720s and 520s, so I'm going to see if I can hunt down a new one of these, and then I'm also going to need, wherever I said it, a new tensioner or adjuster, because as I showed you guys earlier, ours had snapped. It was our adjustment screw here is frozen up, and as soon as I went to turn it, it broke off at the back. So it probably needed a new one anyways, so I'm just going to replace both back ones to be safe. Somebody before me was up front, and the front stuff was fairly newer, and all I did really up there was replace the shoes. The back end hasn't been touched. It's getting shoes, wheel cylinder, springs, everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and order those parts. Alright, you guys, so since I had that piece on the rear brakes broke, I'm going ahead and I'm just gonna show you guys around real quick. So I got, here's the shop. It's not very big, it does though. And then there is the transmission and the engine for this Datsun. It's out of an 80s 240Z. As far as I know, and I have the matching 5-speed transmission. So the plan is just take this down, re-gasket everything, refresh the motor, new clutch. And then the transmission, I think I'm just gonna clean it and put gear oil in it. And hopefully it looks good inside. I'm gonna pull off the shifter plate and check it out in a future time. But here, as for the truck, here it is. It's my 74 Datsun 620. I found it in a field about 2 or 3 months ago. And that's when we brought it home. I have all of the body panels back here. You can see the cowl, the fenders, both of them are up here, the hood. There's the front bumper. All the drums are in here. Then this shelf is full of parts I got out of it. And here's some newer style taillights. These are out of an 80s 720. But the truck's pretty fairly stripped down. I mean, the interior's pretty much all gone. That's the only door panel on the truck left, which that's going to be getting taken off. I'm getting new door panels for it. And I'm going to go ahead and clear coat the exterior, and like I did on this side, and preserve the ratty shop truck patina. But as you can see up here, it was getting painted, and I've changed my mind on what color I want to go with. So I'm gonna go ahead though, and as you can see, this is where the battery originally was, and it's fairly rotted out. So what I'm gonna do is, I have some old license plates, and I'm gonna patch it with license plates to keep the ratty look going, and it'll be easier for me. But if you want to make it look correct, then this probably isn't the way to do it. But for me, the license plate would just add more character to the entire truck and kind of go with the theme I'm going with. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will update you guys once I'm done with it. Alright you guys, so I repainted the engine bay. I just went with a simple, clean, black look because I plan on doing red accents on the motor and also painting the wheels a matte red. But here's the patchwork I did. I did cut out all the rust underneath, but I just took license plates, bent them in to fit, and they line up good. There's no gaps or anything, and I just riveted them down. And I think it looks good as rat rod repair. I think it goes with the theme of the truck, and I think it fits perfectly. So there we go. Now I think that might be all I'm gonna do for the day now, but in the next video, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rear brakes. I'll have the parts here. And just because I know earlier in the video, I said you had to reuse a piece of the brakes, the part that hooks the line to the wheel cylinder. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out of the box and show you guys. On the rear wheel cylinders, it actually came with that piece. So this is good news for me because the bleeder valve in the one is broke off. So I don't have to try to sit there and drill it out. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.